What's good, people? What's good? I hope everybody having a wonderful Sunday morning. Oh, good coffee. But enough of the malarkey. Let's get right into it. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that because of what I do through and through. Just bringing some news with a twist. Just my point of view. Lesson for today. Lesson for today. Just because you accomplished something, don't mean you made it. That's the lesson for today. Now, somebody learned that lesson last night. His name was Teofimo Lopez. Now, yes, he did a great thing by beating Vasily Lomachenko, who, I don't care, like him or don't like him, think you're overrated or don't think you're overrated. You can't say you don't think Vasily Lomachenko is an elite fighter. He up there, Lomachenko, in that weight class. And Teofimo beat him. Cool. He did that. Now, this ought to be a lesson to Earl Spence. Teofimo Lopez didn't fight Dan Haney. He had, how many fights Teofimo Lopez had ever since he whooped Lomachenko? What? 2? This will be his 3rd fight since the Lomachenko fight? Possibly 2, 3 fights. I don't know. I ain't claiming to be one of these boxing. I'm a boxing purist. No, I just like the sport of boxing. Because some of you clowns, they claim to be boxing aficionados. That's the word. Aficionados. Y'all niggas worse than the casuals. Real talk. Y'all worse than the casuals. So let me go and hit y'all with this. Kambosos did win. He surprised me. I ain't even want to watch the fight because I just watched it this morning. I ain't want to watch it last night. I forgot about it actually because I thought Teofimo was gonna walk through him. But that's what I get, like everybody else got. I wish I would put money on this fight because whoever bet on Kambosos got paid. Got paid. The takeover, huh? Okay, you beat Richard Coleman. You beat Vasily Lomachenko. But you ain't did shit. And now you embarrassed. You were talking all this shit about what you're gonna do to this man. And then what happened? This man put hands and feet on you. I'm not gonna say hands and feet because it was a good fight. Don't get me wrong, it was a good fight. Even though, you look like you were bigger than 135. But you could have been 135. But it don't matter. You lost. You lost. I ain't gonna say you got your ass whooped, but you lost. Talked all that shit and got embarrassed by a dude that allegedly don't have no hand power. Don't got no power, allegedly. And allegedly ain't stood there with no dudes that's on your level. So let's not blame the fatigue. Let's not blame you being weight drained. Ain't you just no passes for none of that. Is Teofimo Lopez 30? Is he 30? If you're not over the age of 34, 35, you just no. I give you no. I mean, conditioning is supposed to be top notch. Your conditioning is supposed to be top notch. So I don't care about none of that wind and all that. None of that. No. You get no excuses. You got whipped by Kambosos. Kambosos. So I'm wondering, what if Lomachenko then basically avoid you for the first 6 rounds? What if he did what Kambosos did? I'm not saying Lomachenko could have not put you on the canvas, but I think Lomachenko's a better boxer than Kambosos. But for the Lomachenko fight, you may have been more hungry, more motivated. You may have been more on edge because of the opponent, and you thought George Kambosos was just a weak dude. That goes to show. That goes to show why I do like Terrence Bud Crawford so great. I didn't mean to pivot on Bud, but that goes to show why he's so great. This dude, you can see how people overlook other people. Who in his career is he overlooked? It's been on 8 dudes his entire career that made it 12 rounds. 8 out of 36, 37 fights. Damn near 40 fights, only 8 dudes made 12 rounds. But anyway, back to Teofimo Lopez. You thought you were on the levels of the Canelos, the Crawfords, you thought you were on that level. But you realize, but the universe showed you you're not on that level. Now, you got the skills. You're wrong, you got skill, plenty of skill. But it's the mentality that those dudes have, that some dudes have, that some dudes ain't got. Some dudes, they find a way to stay hungry. Some dudes find a way to stay focused. And maybe you overlooked them. Maybe you thought you're going to walk through them. Who knows? You lost. Talked all that shit and lost. And lost. Dude had your nose bent like that. Your nose was bent like that by guy. You should have fought Devin Haney. That's what you should have thought. You should have fought Devin Haney for a unification. Because if you would have lost to Devin Haney, that would have been a better loss than you losing to Kambosos. Nobody ain't gonna remember you beat Lomachenko. Nobody ain't gonna care that you beat Richard Coleman. I mean, and then with the Lomachenko victory, they're gonna say, well, Lomachenko barely lost, so that victory, I mean, they're gonna find a way to minimize it. All because you got whooped by George Kambosos. No disrespect to George Kambosos. No disrespect to any man that fights for a living. They get paid to fight for a living, especially make it to that level. Fight for world titles. George Kambosos, officially, no matter what you say, no matter what anybody says, he is legitimately a top 3, 4, no lower than 5 at 135 right now. Maybe 6. At the lowest, 6. At the lowest. Because what? Haney, you want to throw Tank in there, Ryan Garcia, Lomachenko. Well, shit, 5. I mean, at the lowest at this point in time, you can place him. It's 5th. If you're a hater. He's a champion. He got all the belts except one. So technically, he's supposed to be number 1 on the list. But if you're a hater, you can't have him ranked lower than 3, maybe 4, depending on how much you like Ryan Garcia. If you want to say Tank, okay, but I mean, I think Tank will knock him out, but we got to see it. I'm saying as officially right now, George Kambosos is, I have to put on my list, I got to put him at number 2 at 135. 1 or 2. 1 or 2. Because him and Devin Haney, I mean, Devin Haney longer probably is a better boxer than T.O., so that's a very interesting fight. I wonder if he'll fight. I want to see he's going to fight Haney for unification. Could be you, T.O., fighting for unification. And you and your dad talk all this shit. Then to his dad. Now, this is one instance why everybody talking about Kenny Porter. Kenny Porter's a hell of a trainer. Damn what any of you motherfuckers think. Kenny Porter's a hell of a trainer. Sean Porter, 31-3-1. If you want to compare Kenny Porter to Teofimo Lopez's dad, as far as training goes, Kenny Porter helped Sean Porter reach heights that Teofimo Lopez ain't even reached yet. Okay, Teofimo Lopez got 3 belts in 1 fight, but that's 1 fight. Look at Sean Porter's resume. His resume speaks for itself. And he a 2-time champion. Teofimo got to get them belts back. Can he get them belts back? Is he going to go to 140? Because he was talking about going to 140. So he's going to lose to Kambosos like this. And I'm pretty sure ain't no rematch clause in the contract. So it might be Kambosos Haney for unification. Because if I was Devin Haney, I'm jumping right on that. I'm on the phone with Kambosos right now. Him and his dad, Mr. Bill Haney. That's his name, Bill Haney. Mr. Bill Haney. I know you ain't gonna hear this. I know nobody in your camp gonna hear this. But hopefully somebody on these YouTube streets will tell you. This is just a suggestion, sir. Just a suggestion, sir. Just a suggestion. You know what? I ain't gonna be disrespectful to you come to you with a suggestion because you raised $1 million man. So what can I call this? This is something Lil Birdie just said. Call George Kambosos, folks, ASAP. ASAP. If you ain't called him right now, if you ain't called him already, call him right now. Set that up for unification. Set that up. But yeah, that was a good fight. Like I said, good fight for Teofimo Lopez. I mean, good fight for George Kambosos. It was a good fight. One of the best fights this year. Wilder Fury is still number 1. Wilder Fury or Bud Porter. But this top 3. This one right here, top 3. So, I mean, even though Teofimo lost, it still was can you say a good performance by him? I mean, because everybody had him as a heavy favorite. So was it a bad performance by Teofimo Lopez? I still think he fought. I mean, he fought a decent fight. I mean, he fought a pretty good fight. I mean, Kambosos just fought the fight of his life. In my opinion, up to this point in time, he fought the best fight of his life up to this point in time. Now, I'm not saying that he wasn't crisper or sharper with other guys. I'm just saying due to the stage, the level of opposition, and what is you fight for all the marbles. Pay-per-view. In his hometown. What you gonna do? Pressure bust pipes or make diamonds. And yesterday night, George Kambosos was a diamond. The folks in Australia going crazy. I'm pretty sure everybody drunk. The few wild animals they got left, they drunk too. Them folks going bonkers. They going insane right now. Hey, he deserves it. Celebrate with the man. But Devin Haney, you and your dad, speed dial him. After your fight coming up, he should be next. You should be next for him. You should want George Kambosos. You don't want nobody else to get George Kambosos. You want to catch him before he has any mandatories. You want that. Until next time, I'm gonna come out with a video on the Charlo twins. As to steal something from Abba and Preach. Don't get him for copyright, guys. Twin sisters. I'm dropping that John today. Twin sisters. But congratulations, Kambosos. Definitely Mr. Bill Haney. Call that man. Until next time, we out.